Splendid. You located the missing cufflink. It was a gift from Miss Virginia Potts when she had been Mr. Stark's secretary. It was my pleasure.
Welcome, my friend.
Mr. Stark, there's Miss Pam.
I know it's a name Colonel Fury would just as soon forget. Jacob Fury was so jealous of his older brother's success that he turned to a life of crime. Yes, and to make matters worse, the Colonel was forced to kill Jacob. So you can see why Colonel Fury does not care to dwell on that name. I would suggest you talk to the Black Widow about that name. I am glad to be of assistance.
Greetings. Welcome back. I would not say that name too loud. He is a leader of Hydra, and a longtime nemesis of Colonel Fury. You should ask Colonel Fury about Mr. Jones. You are quite
well done on the Omega mission. Will you have the same success in Atlantis? Gabe? Heck yes. He's a great guy. Back in the day, he was one of my Howling Commandos. He still is. Gabe's one of my top advisors. He saved me from making serious mistakes more times than I care to remember. You're welcome.
There's a Harold Hogan online too for you.
Hey, how's it going? Thanks. When you get back from Atlantis, I'll have all the information you need. Sure. Anytime.
Mr. Stark, there's a Harold Hogan online too for you. Mr. Stark, there's Miss Pammy and...
Could I ask a big favor of you? Would you ask Dr. Pimp if he could take a look at the Quinjet's data feed to Stark Tower? It cuts out every once in a while. Are you kidding? Mr. Stark built this jet as tough as they come. No problem. She's completely submersible. Anytime.
Warning. A small thermonuclear device is missing, and this was last seen in the weapons lab.
Hi, it's good to see you. Ah, that's right. The Quinjet's comm line to the Stark Tower was cutting out. I'll take care of that right away. Ah, there's no problem.
Heather are still waiting for you in the main loft, Mr. Stark.
If you say so.
Johnny Storm would like you to announce that today is Ben Grimm's 65th
Hi.
birthday.
It's good to...
Happy birthday, Mr. Grimm.
Listen up, people. We've been sent here to investigate a situation in Atlantis.
What kind of situation we talking about here, Cap?
An hour ago, Namorita sent a message saying a riot's taking place. A crowd broke into the throne room of Atlantis and dragged Namor off his throne.
Why would the Atlanteans riot? They love Namor.
I don't know. Namorita had to stop transmitting before she could give any details.
How are we to handle a mission in the undersea conditions of Atlantis?
There's nanotechnology at this outpost that will let us breathe and move normally through the water. I want to remind you, the Atlanteans aren't exactly big fans of us surface dwellers.
What if they become violent?
Defend yourselves. We have to help Namor any way we can. He's a valuable ally. That's it. Let's be careful out there.
Somebody take a picture.
Good. Locate the nanochamber and activate it. Once the nanites are in your bloodstream, you're free to enter the water.
Well, if you say so.
Look! Surface dwellers seek to invade our home! Yes, Namor is a friend of the surface dwellers. And for that, he had to pay. Now, you will too!
I tried to warn you. Whatever it is Wolverine does.
Wins!
Been friends. I get better and better.
Be gone. I require no aid. My people are under some type of mind control. I must save them.
Namor, you have to rest. Here, take this medicine. Don't worry. The drug only rendered him unconscious. He's in no condition to fight. If you went to the ancient temple of Negretti, you'd find seaweed I can use to heal Namor. My people are being brainwashed by devices called sonic emitters. It's part of Atuma's scheme to steal the throne from my cousin. He's a barbarian chief who's always thought he was destined to conquer Atlantis. Looks like he might be right.
You've got that right. The Guardians are trained to protect the temple against all invaders, surface dwellers in particular. You need to find an extremely rare plant known as Walic seaweed. It's very valuable and will be well protected.
Hey everybody, look! I won! I won!
That is an Eye of Negretti. Take it. The priests of the temple use them to open locks.
That's what you want. Hey everybody, look! I won! I won! You should try running away!
That seaweed doesn't last long after it's picked. Let me open up a whirlpool for you. It'll bring you right back to my location.
Good. You've got the ingredients. Give me a minute.
What's this? I dreamt my people were in danger, and my realm was stolen from me.
It's no dream, cousin. Atuma's taken your throne and enslaved your people. But you're still much too weak to fight.
No. I'll not forsake my people in their time of need. Very well. I had not thought you surface dwellers were capable of such kindness. If you succeed, I will be forever in your debt.
Yes!
You're near the sonic emitters. They're what's making the Atlanteans so violent. Be very careful now. Atuma would not leave the devices unguarded.
Maybe next time you should try running away.
I believe these surface dwellers intend on destroying the sonic emitters, Krang.
Then these humans are as foolish as they are weak, my cousin. They stand no chance against our combined might.
True, but I do savor a chance for battle. I grow bored guarding these devices.
As do I. But acting as guards has put us in Atuma's good graces. And that puts us near the throne.
And down the road, who is to say what might happen to King Atuma, eh, cousin?
My feelings exactly. Now let us dispose of these interlopers and prove to Atuma just how trustworthy we are. No.
Just beat you! Fight hard.
This is better than a spider bite.
That's what you want.
This would be where I
say so.
Flee while you can.
That's what you want. Feeling it. This will be fun!
Surface dweller. I'd sail the Tuma.
Hulk always wins!
Good. With the sonic emitters destroyed, my people will eventually return to normal. Now you should get to the throne room of Atlantis as fast as you can. Yes, and who knows what he'll do when he finds out you're ruining his plans.
This one!
Thank you. You have saved my life. I am forever in your debt. No, I must repay you. Here is the combination to a safe located in a nearby sunken submarine. Please, use it and take whatever you find.
If you say so.
How embarrassing for you.
These must be the ones who've been causing you so much trouble.
Indeed, and they will pay for their transgressions.
Your devotion to Namor is pitiful, surface dwellers. He is lost, and as foretold in the Atlantean Chronicles, I will be the ruler of Atlantis.
Don't worry about these idiots, Attuma. Your loyal minions are more than happy to take care of them.
Hulk always wins!
Well, if you say so.
If you say so. I tried to warn you. How dare you enter my throne room, surface dweller? Fools! You will pay for your insolence!
Let me teach them a lesson, Attuma.
No. We will work together, Tiger Shark, and we will make them pay dearly for their transgressions against the King of Atlantis!
Well, if you say so.
Yeah.
I'll talk.
Tiger Shark!
I'm not about to face the Atlanteans after what we did. It was the Masters of Evil. They helped Attuma in return for letting them take whatever they wanted from the catacombs. Probably. There's a lot there to search through.
Hulk will do it.
Next time, I want to see somebody who has
officially a loser. Whatever it is Wolverine does.
Hulk does smack this one. Should run away and hide.
You are officially a loser. I like this.
Finally, my friends, it appears your luck has run out. I trust you're not the only team Colonel Fury has attempting to stop the Masters of Evil. Attuma allowed me free reign of the catacombs in return for the sonic emitters. And I just now located our prize, the Tome of Asarius. I'm sorry, but I have no time for questions. I must be on my way to the Valley of Spirits. But before I go, allow me to summon a little entertainment for you. It's the least I can do.
Direction. Done smashing this one.
Atlantis owes you a debt of gratitude. And Namor would like to say something.
Surface dwellers, I'll have you know I was perfectly capable of handling the situation alone. Yes, well, you did. So I suppose I should thank you. You now have my permission to leave Atlantis. Well done, smashing this one.
You did a good job in Atlantis. Who knows? Atlanteans may even start to tolerate us surface dwellers. And that's why your next stop is his palace, in the Valley of Spirits. Yes, I want you to discuss things with Mandarin. Find out what the Masters of Evil are planning. Talk to Black Widow for additional information, or see Mr. Wingfoot if you're ready to go now. While you're at Mandarin's palace, I need you to bring back the latest Ultimo schematics. No one's sure. Tome of Asarius is an ancient mystical text that explains alternate dimensions. It deals primarily with Mephisto's realm, the Halls of Fear, and the Shadow Realm. All we know is that they've taken the Super Soldier Serum, the Mutant Amplifier, and the Tome of Asarius. That's the question everyone's trying to answer. So far, we don't even have a guess. And that's why you're going to talk to Mandarin. According to Namorita, the sonic emitters are completely destroyed and the Atlanteans have begun cleanup of their city. No, quite the opposite. They're grateful. They understand you had to battle them to save their city from Atuma. Certainly.
Yes? Can I help you? He is a genius who has developed 10 rings of power from alien technology. His palace in the Valley of Spirits is protected by a gigantic robot known as Ultimo. Very. But Iron Man could fill you in on the specifics. He and Mandarin have been arch-enemies for years. It is a valley in mainland China, where Mandarin discovered the wreckage of an ancient starship. The Axankar, dragon-like creatures from the planet Maklu 4. Their technology is still centuries ahead of us.
Colonel Fury, Red Ralston is on line 6.
He reassembled it in a deserted castle in the Valley of Spirits. And while working with this advanced machinery, he also discovered the Maklu and power rings. They were intended to serve as energy sources for the warp drive engines of the alien starship. But Mandarin converted them to his own twisted needs. You are most welcome.
Welcome. Do you have a question for me? He was the son of one of the richest men in China, but he was orphaned at an early age and was raised by an aunt who despised the world. Yes, something of a scientific wonderkind, Mandarin attended very prestigious schools both in China and abroad. There was a change in the power structure of China, and Mandarin lost all of his wealth and power. Anxious to return to that lifestyle, he ventured into the Valley of Spirits in hopes of making a major discovery. It is an area in China that had long been deserted. There, Mandarin located the shattered hulk of an ancient alien starship. The Axankar, dragon-like creatures from the planet Maklu 4. Within the ship, Mandarin discovered advanced technology he was able to turn to his own uses. I am glad to be of assistance.
Hey, Spider-Man. What's the word?
Grease.
Johnny Storm would like you to announce that today is Ben Grimm's 65th
They're advanced
birthday.
technology that Mandarin took from the wreckage of an alien starship. He adapted them to serve as weapons. They offer a wide range of attacks, from force fields to ice blasts to disintegration beams. They make Mandarin a very dangerous man. That's a robot created by Mandarin to battle Iron Man. It's huge from what I hear. Ultimo's programmed to destroy all life in its path. The skin covering the robot is virtually indestructible, and its power source is nearly limitless. No problem. And
Colonel Fury, Red Rome is on line 6.
That password you gave me worked like a charm. I had no problems getting into S.H.I.E.L.D.'s database. You are gonna love this. The Imperium, it's a S.H.I.E.L.D. think tank. You know, one of those places where they get geniuses together. No. But I can find out by hacking into the S.H.I.E.L.D. priority database. But I need help from one of the few guys who can crack that code. C.B. Cebulski, or a guy named Baroge. I need you to talk to Hank Pym and find out which of those two guys I can trust.
Greetings. I trust all went well in Atlantis. All this commotion with the S.H.I.E.L.D. personnel has me somewhat flustered, I'm afraid. And then there's the matter of the seedy characters lurking about. Yes, I find this Mr. Weasel to be quite unnerving. You never know where he's going to pop up next. Not to worry. The S.H.I.E.L.D. personnel will not find out about him from me. They haven't set foot in this area. I think Colonel Fury and his people prefer to stay near their equipment. You have my solemn word on it. It was my pleasure.
Hi, can I help you? Yes. People are saying she was trying to get information to Doom during the helicarrier battle, but I don't believe it. There's still not enough evidence to convince me, and if you can't convince me, Fury will never believe you. While attempting to stop a missile heading for London, I fell into the ocean and was frozen. I stayed that way until they fished me out decades later. Yes, I'm sure it was the super soldier serum that kept me alive. But I've got to tell you, it's been quite a shock getting used to these modern times. I've yet to figure out VCRs. Yes, his name was Bucky. He was a great kid, and a great friend. He died in an airplane explosion, or it's assumed he did. His body was never found. Anytime, friend.
Hi, what's new? That the Imperium's a think tank? I think it doesn't look too good for Black Widow. Isn't it obvious? The Black Widow was trying to get information to Doom when she got caught in the explosion on the helicarrier. Yes, Bullseye attacked me to prove that he should be the Kingpin's #1 assassin. In the end, He killed me with my own sai. Several people tried to resurrect me. Eventually, someone succeeded. But it was Daredevil who really saved me. He gave me back my soul. Come back anytime.
I can't tell you how much I'm looking forward to seeing Mandarin again. It's gonna be like old times. Oh yeah, me and Mandarin go way back. I've been locked up in his palace so many times I've thought about having my mail forwarded there. A genius, psychotic, delusional, and out to kill me with a vengeance. It all started when I was kidnapped back in my youth. My heart was damaged, and my kidnapper refused to get me medical treatment until I created weapons for him. No. Another scientist and I designed armor that would keep my heart beating as well as help us get away. The armor worked, but my friend died during the escape. Yes. For the longest time, I wore a chest plate that acted as a pacemaker. No, my condition was corrected, and now my heart is fine. Anytime, my friend.
I am glad we were able to help the Atlanteans. While Namor is somewhat headstrong, he is a good ruler. My father, T'Chaka, was the king before me, but he was killed protecting our country's vibranium from Ulysses' claw. No, it was not that easy. First, I had to battle 6 of Wakanda's greatest warriors, and then I had to locate a very rare heart-shaped herb. After that, I was named ruler of Wakanda and the Black Panther. It is a very rare metal that absorbs any type of vibration, from sound waves to the explosion of a bomb. Indeed, it is woven into the fabric of my suit, and was used in the manufacture of Captain America's shield. Many have tried. All of them have failed at the hands of the Black Panther. Although Mandarin did come close once. Actually, his scheme was far more diabolical. He wanted to convert the vibranium into an element that would melt all metal on Earth. Luckily, he failed. You are quite welcome.
Hey, what up? Oh, that's where data for all the super secret projects is kept. I've never hacked it before, but I've always wanted to. Oh, yeah. The SHIELD Priority Database is like... it's like one of the holy grails of hacking. They are the creme de la creme of computer geeks. CB and Barouge are the only 2 guys who've made their way into SHIELD files. Well, and live to tell about it. I'd like to think there's honor amongst thieves, but either one of those guys could turn me in, just for the fun of it. It's not like I got something better to do.
Hey, bub. What's up? Sure thing, bub.
Hey, Spider-Man. What's the word?
Grease.
Cebulski? Oh yeah, I knew him back at MIT. A real computer genius. Too bad he ran with the hacker crowd. On a dare, CB tapped into the financial system of a major electric company and gave everyone 50 cents off their next bill. Yeah, but I've got to hand it to CB. He never gave up the names of the other hackers he worked with, even when he was threatened with jail. No. Try Vision. I bet he'd know. No problem.
Welcome. Do you have a question for me? Barouge. Yes, he is a computer criminal from Canada, wanted in several countries for ID theft. Definitely, Barouge has executed several very sophisticated crimes, but I would recommend you stay away from him. He is not trustworthy. The last time he was caught, Barouge gave the authorities the names of his accomplices in exchange for his freedom. No, but Hank Pym might. I am glad to be of assistance.
Hey, what up? It's not like I got something better to do.